Will you tell us a little bit about who you are, what's going on, and how you found your way to the Sacred Visionary? And yes, then we'll get into,
Okay.
yeah.
I first heard, Lori, I first heard you being interviewed on the radio.
Oh,
And yes, and then I scheduled an appointment with you, which happened to be like days or a week or so before your expansion experience was about to begin. So I joined right in then. And back then I had just moved into a new state, which it's still new, less than 2 years. And wow, the beginning of us getting here, two of my dogs had emergency surgery, unrelated. I had a dislocated elbow. It was like the black flies in the state. I was getting like an allergic reaction, and I'm like, do I need to move? We just got here. So anyway, that's where you and I talked, and you said, well, some of those things may, the allergic reaction to the black fly, that may be carrying over to where the allergies may follow you to where you go. So that's not a quick fix.
can I
And
just pause you there for a second?
yeah,
Because most people don't always really see in that experience, you were believing that the black flies were a condition of where you were in the physical world.
mm-hmm,
And so what I was saying is the condition is within you. It doesn't matter where you move, that issue will continue. Let's resolve it from within you. Right?
mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Go on.
Yeah. So and then you weren't surprised that my dogs had emergency surgery, and you kind of, broadened my thinking about the all of it. So let's see what else. So, and I wanted to also get connected with community, at our new place. And I kind of still wanted to move. I wasn't real sure, I'm not, the house isn't, as there might be a better one out
Mhm.
there for us. So that's how it began. And then in the beginning of the group meetings, it was, I'll go to the, I guess, the bigger session, maybe go to that,
The group
where,
session.
yes,
Oh, I
where
know what you're talking
it
about. Right.
was, it ended up landing, uh my birthday month was early in the group meetings. And my father passed away on my 14th birthday, which, every time my birthday would come up, I would just like really go through the sadness, that deep sadness that was going on that day when we got the news and all of that. So what Lori ended up doing in our session, which it was like amazing what you did. Like we went back into that time, and Lori acknowledged the feelings, and like it was the energetic hug that was early in the, I don't know, what do you call that session that we did in the group?
Well, we did a particular process of
It was a
crossing through
process.
time and
Yeah.
space. We went back in time and space, right?
And it just gave this feeling of safe, loving feeling, which was the opposite of what I was feeling in that moment when we, in the peak of the hearing the news. And it kind of it made a difference in how I perceived my birthday, which was going to be like 2 days after this process. And I felt more like it was okay to celebrate, because I was starting to talk myself into doing something different and putting off going out for my birthday. And I also see it more of a, like, I'm grateful now that I have these memories of when I gave my dad that hug on my birthday. I get, it's just a more peaceful way of thinking of it now.
So, because I'm interrupting a little bit here, but when you say you gave yourself permission to celebrate on your birthday
Yeah.
and enjoy yourself more,
Mhm.
literally, that is a great example of how you healed the wounded part of you that was
Right.
not able to celebrate and enjoy you and your life, even on your birthday. So you shifted in, that was one particular class from a person who was like afraid of mold and afraid of going out to a person who was like, I'm going to give myself permission to enjoy life and celebrate me and my birthday. Yeah. Love
Yeah,
it.
we did have a little tidbit of a mold story there. Yeah. I almost
Well,
forgot
the
about
mold thing is a separate issue, but my thing is you can see yourself shifting
that.
and your
Hmm.
life experience is already changing.
Hmm.
And Denise, I mean, I see these people, they don't know you, but I know you because when you first started coming, you really didn't come on camera. You weren't as bright. You weren't as illuminated. You weren't smiling as much. You weren't enjoying. You were stuck in fear. Like, and now I'm doing your testimonial for you, but I just can see the difference in you. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Hmm.
amazing. In
Yeah.
such a short period of time, you are clearly, and there's so much even light just on your camera. Like that is a big revealer, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how I didn't mean to usurp your testimonial, but I see the difference in you and it makes me really happy. Tell me like how without me feeding you the information, like do you want to share anything else about how you've benefited or how you've grown, how you've,
I
changed?
am I am seeing myself being more intuitive, or I'm seeing things a little differently now, like in your teachings, that being more aware of how we're thinking, what our internal thoughts are, lofty questions, um, and also like this was very recent where I had I thought I felt like somebody uh, was she would have reasons to say, "Oh, I can't see that. I didn't bring my glasses." And that happened a couple times, and I thought, is she really? Maybe she doesn't have glasses. Now, I just got this new pair the other day from the eye doctor, but I was thinking, I think I'm going to give her I'm going to buy an extra magnifying glass for her and just give it to her one day. And
And when you said her, you're referring to
somebody I know just very casually, who I thought I was going to see her a couple months ago at like a group thing, and it was bad weather, it was snow, so that didn't happen. Here she did happen to attend something unexpectedly this past Sunday, and I brought my magnifying glass out because I didn't get my new glasses yet. And she was like, "Oh, that's really nice." You know, my thoughts of wanting to give that to her one day, it all happened. I,
your
you
secret.
know,
That's amazing in your
yeah.
relationship.
And I
Mm.
gave it to her, and she was so happy to have it. And her husband was there. He was looking at it. And then she did say that she didn't have the money to get a new pair of glasses. Yeah, she was
How did that
very
make you
receptive.
feel by giving them to her?
Oh, I felt great, and it happened in a way that she didn't feel awkward. I
Mm.
was able to say, they are literally going to be calling me. I think tomorrow that my glasses are going to be in. Just take this. She
You
said,
can be
really?
so much more. See, now this is you being more of the magnificence of you because you can give with that kind of generosity and joy in your heart. It feels so good and help positively uplift another. Just an everyday
Yeah.
example, right? But that continues to magnify, for lack of a better
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
That's
So,
that's her choice.
yeah.
Awesome.
And I don't know. And just I just I'm more aware of what my internal thinking is, so I don't like mess myself up kind of thing. And I love
We're
listening.
coming into more alignment.
Yeah. And I love listening to to the teachings, the meditations and all of that. So I thank you. It's just been a great experience.
I'm
And
so glad.
we're just a few months into it.
Yeah, we're just getting started. We have so much more. It's getting even better. This keeps getting better.
And I
Denise,
think
thank you.
I,
Oh, sorry. Go
yeah,
on.
I just want to say, I also think it's really cool that when you do help one of us from the group, it's amazing how much it overlaps into our other, like we're all relating to it in some way. So we're all leaving with, we got help from something that we didn't think, anyway, it's just like we all
That is the group
benefit from it.
dynamic. That is,
Mhm.
that is the power. I'm like excited, so I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but like that's the power of the group dynamic. Because you
Mhm.
think you're getting like someone else is getting work done, but like it helps everybody because you start resonating with the energetic or with whatever it is that we're working on. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Because
So
we're all
thank you.
connected. Thank you so much, Denise. What would you say to somebody who was considering joining the sacred mentorship?
Oh, do it. You have no idea what you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? Like to listen to the recordings, there are things in there I'm like, oh, me, I'm thinking that is so cool. That is so what it's just a better way of thinking and navigating through this our daily lives with how the world is right now too. It's just a great way to it's good. It's a good foundation.
Mm, yes. And it's just the beginning. Denise, thank you so much for coming in and sharing. It really helps people to know because people do have questions. They don't know what it's like, especially when people are kind of like new to this, so-called woo-woo. They don't know how it works in their life or how it's going to help them. It's just so helpful for other people to get a sense of what other people's experiences are. And even though I interject a lot, it's like your experience is so rich and so profound and so personal. And the fact that your life is already improving is just testament to like you're showing up, you took right and appropriate action, you're participating and you're making your life better. And it's awesome. Love
Yeah.
that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much. All
Yeah.
right, Denise, we're
Bye
gonna
bye.
see you later. I will see you in our next class.